EmergeTech Chapter hosted by CIO News. I'm Simran Shiwalkar, a journalist at CIO News and your host for today. We have with us Dr. Suresh A Shan. He's the chairman at Computer Society of India, Mumbai Chapter. So thank you so much for joining us today. I would like to understand from you, how has your experience been today at EmergeTech?
First of all, congratulations to CIO News, where you people have done continuously Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bengaluru and Pune now. So it's a great task you people have achieved, and I heard almost some 800 IT veterans you are able to see and promote and motivate them. It's a great job your people have done, and happy to be part of this, and at least I'm able to make it into areas Pune and Mumbai, and good to see like how technology, especially cybersecurity awareness and the impact part of artificial intelligence, people are able to take it up. First of all, congratulations to the entire team, and a pleasure to be part of this.
Thank you so much for your kind words and your wonderful support. In fact, this is the driving force that helps us to create and host events like EmergeTech. So once again, thank you. I would also like to understand from you, with your extensive experience in both industry and the academia, I would like to get your take on Gen AI. How do you think technologies like Gen AI can bridge the gap when it comes to customer experience?
Yeah, it's Gen AI is a technology which is upcoming now, and it's getting very familiar because it's more to do with smartness and intelligence, which again, comparatively, our education, where we are able to form a future technology whichever is coming out of intelligence, where especially the Gen AI is more to do with the generated vision, what all the things happening, part of likes and dislikes, good and bad, and the impact which is generating out of it, where generative AI is focused a lot more from the buyer and seller. That's where you can see a lot more technology which is getting transformed, and digital transformation is revolving around that. Especially post-COVID, we can see a huge impact which is coming from corporate digital towards customer digital, where every individual customer is treated as corporate, and technology is revolving around them and trying to get engaged with them and trying to build a lot more potential part of it. So academics is playing a major role in building up the generative AI part of the technology system, but part of industry, a lot more jargons is revolving with them, where they are able to differentiate as much as part of the generated AI, where surely the intelligence with the smartness and the kind of awareness created by education, it will have a huge impact, and it will have is business and the customer related relationships going for a long time.
Giving a comprehensive on the similar lines, I would also like to understand from you. You also have a background in rural technologies and urban complexity. So, what is your take when it comes to emerging trends in technologies like Gen AI? How would it shape the rural landscape?
See, it's I would say like India is more revolved with e-business, where less to do with electronics, more to do with emotions. And already, if you see India, where we are able to identify what's the difference between consumer and a customer. So where one guy comes and just buys us a product, service, solutions, and the other guy is trying to utilize it or trying to use part of that solutions, where we are able to identify the emotions in terms of the patterns and the kind of information which is generated out of the kind of intelligence so far. And you can see a lot more social media is turning up, and the youngsters are trying to provide as much as more positive information, which is trying to give a big backup for such solutions and trying to empower, where you can see like the kind of contribution part of corporate digital towards the customer digital, and trying to empower every customer as corporate. And if you see as more in terms of intuition, where we can see from people, where they are able to identify the difference between consumer and the customer, where one particular person is trying to sell the solutions and trying to get the solutions part of product, service, and the impact which creates in their life. One person would like to get engaged with them for a long time and trying to empower part of it. So it's purely the kind of impact which is part of the intelligence and smartness. I would say especially in India, we call this all localization, which is part of the studies, which is part of their kind of behaviors, belief, which converts the best business benefits, which is part of Bharat. So you can align as much as intelligence, which is part of our education, which is earned out of blood and sweat, which transforms as much as into the rural India. That's where you can see a great flavor part of it. And we can see a lot more missing occupations. That's where reality comes out. And you can see a huge impact, which is part of this intelligence, which will get transformed through digital. And those kind of missing occupations will have a huge leverage in terms of how similar things can be used part of these platforms using such intelligence, which will transform a huge impact part of our local rural, which will again add to our GDP and build as much as towards the kind of resolution which we'll see like 2030 will have a huge impact, where rural India will contribute a lot more part of digital, where already the kind of academia and industry is trying to align and get as much as best part of it. So surely we strongly believe such initiatives rooted and the awareness created by CIO News and other media channel partners will take it up to the next level and ensure like how rural India can get empowered and see a full-fledged digital transformation which generates more into business, keeping the people both internal and external to get leverage part of it.
Thank you so much for making this conversation.
Same here, and thanks for all, and once again congratulations to the CIO News team, where they are able to do such a huge program in 6 different states and trying to get as much as empowerment and awareness part of this, and surely looking forward to create some more initiatives part of rural India, where how digital can get empower and engage them, so that we can try to identify what are the better solutions which can take us to the next level and ensure like how best we can contribute to the GDP of our nation. Thanks for all valuable time.
Thank you once again for your comprehensive view on this. I'm sure we can connect around much more.
Sure.